Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 9th episode of the Thursday Table. We are very happy to have with us today Lt Col Joshua Shanthraj. Lt Col Joshua is a Madras sapper commissioned into 13th Engineer Regiment. He is an alumnus of the National Defence Academy, 𝗙𝗶𝘁𝗵, and served in the Indian Army for over 2 decades. A second-generation officer who has served in all terrains and been part of various operations, including counter-insurgency operations. He is also an alumnus of College of Military Engineering, Pune, and Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. Currently, he is heading a business in the corporate. He is a silver medalist in national sailing and has won car rallies and is also a biker and an avid golfer.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for those kind words, and thank you at the outset for inviting me for this talk to speak to such wonderful young adults who are just about to spread their wings to fly off out of the nest and explore their own worlds that they're going to make for themselves. So just like to know how many people are there, how many students, because I am unable to see much, but generally how many people are we speaking to?
We're speaking to the 180 students, and the teachers are there.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Also joined.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's great. A big hello to the students and to all the teachers and mentors who are doing such a fine job in nurturing them, getting them future ready for their own ventures, to be the future leaders, to be the citizens, good citizens that the vision has mandated for the school. So to the students, a big hello again. As you are going into this huge journey, big journey that you're going to venture into, embark onto this journey, you're going to be meeting a lot of people. You're going to be learning, maybe unlearning, maybe relearning, upskilling yourselves, come across various experiences, some good, some bad, but everything is going to be teaching you something. The good ones, even the not so good ones. You will all have your fair share of successes, failures. Do not be deterred by failures, because those are stepping stones for bigger successes. So take this journey and in a positive manner. What's going to happen? Because I'm sure you have been mentored, you have been taught, you have been nurtured by a very good faculty here at the school, getting you ready in what your endeavors are going to be. So with that, I would like to, though I would have preferred to have it more interactive, but I think being online, we cannot afford that. But definitely, if anybody would like to talk to me or ask me some things, if we have it in the end or whatever manner, that's good. So a little bit about myself, about my journey that I undertook from the age what you are in today, 11th, 12th, and where I am today. I'll just run you through the journey, giving you a little bit of snippets and see whatever takeaways you have from that, what you grasp, what you like, what you can. Yes, some of them you may like, some of them you may not. Whichever you like, see how you can build on it. So like ma'am had said, I'm a second generation officer, and my father was also in the same regiment. I was fortunate. It was an honor to be commissioned back into the same regiment. So after my 12th, I had joined engineering. I had got a seat in a reputed college in Bangalore itself, and I had joined the college. And in the meantime, I had also given my exam for National Defense Academy. So for a few months, I went to the college, and I got a call for the Services Selection Board, where fortunately for me, I did clear it in the first attempt. It was, I was nervous. I was very nervous before going for the SSB interview. So I asked my dad, what do I do? And being a man of few words, all he said was, don't worry, son, just be yourself, and that's it. So that's the only piece of advice I got for SSB from my dad. And I went and did exactly that. And fortunately for me, happened to clear that. And in another few months, I'm at the gates of National Defense Academy with my box and my bedroll, standing there. And so the first thing they do to get you into the academy is to give you a super fine haircut. And when I say super fine, it is super fine. It is zero. So I did see a video of you guys from your school. Yes, you also have a fine haircut. In the corporate film, I think. And there started the journey where we made friends. We had a very rigorous training curriculum. I definitely, I was weak when I started off initially. Running was a problem. I would go down with stress fractures. But then after a few days, two of us, me and my buddy, one friend of mine in the same squadron, we decided that, guys, this is not done. We've got to do something about it. Of course, he was a much better runner than me, and he was aspiring to get a medal in the cross country. So we said, all right, let's work towards it. So what we started doing was we started, while everybody else was resting, immediately after lunch, we would go for a run every day for almost a year. We did that after lunch and after dinner. In the late night, we would run. We built our stamina, we built our bodies. This is over and above all the other curriculum that was going on, the physical training, the academics, the tactics training, everything else. So we started working in that manner, built up, and yes, by the time I passed out of the academy, was counted among the good runners. Yeah, and my friend, he did make it to the medal tally. He got into he eventually walked out of the academy with a medal. I was just a few seconds behind him, but I was just happy that from coming near last in the academy, I was very well ahead, and that hard work, that dedication had paid off. And in doing all these things, the other benefits that reaped out of it was we built resilience in ourselves. We built our minds in a manner that today I'm a kind of a person that knows that if we make up our minds, we set out to do something, and we give our full to it, our full efforts to it, the results are going to be positive. So there is practically nothing that is impossible, as long as you are able to one is able to set his mind to do it, everything else will fall in place. Your body will listen to your mind. Your rest of the world will listen to your mind. The rest of the faculties will start working towards it. Is as long as you are able to set out that target for yourself and make up your mind, and then focus towards it and give it your full. So these are some of when you start working towards some things, you're passionate about it, you care about it, you work towards it, the results at the end of the day will always come out positive. After all this, I went to the Indian Military Academy, continued our training, our specific military training to be platoon commanders, to be commanders, future leaders in the Indian Army, and that's where after that we got commission. Of course, in both in the National Defense Academy and the IMA, Indian Military Academy, we built our team spirit like it's like everybody has to go along. There is no single person. There is no leader without a team, and a good leader is one who carries his team along. You cannot expect in a team for all the entire team to be made of same potential. Everybody is going to have their own pluses, minuses, pros, cons, whatever. Every person is different. So a leader is one who carries his entire team all along and takes them to the task and completes the task with the team. It's not a single person; it's a team. And I'm really glad you guys people would understand this, because the sports that you play, the curriculum in the school has sports where these team sports, team games like maybe volleyball, basketball, football, all these games, hockey, they build in that team. You would understand it is a captain of the team can do nothing alone. He has to do it along with his entire team. So a number of things that we inculcated during our training to bring in the positive attitude, the team spirit, the leadership qualities, the motivational qualities, and to be passionate about the things that we do, because in the army, the things that we do is not easy. The army is the last bastion for the nation. If the army fails, the nation has nothing else to look for, to help out. So most of the times, if you see, the army is brought in at the last to sort out if there is some problem, be it in the national calamities, be it in this thing, any other incidents or thing, so that the nation knows that once the defense comes in, they will have it sorted out. So that is the training that is imparted to people to believe in themselves, to be able to do these tasks, execute these tasks along with the entire team. So there along, I went into the regiment, and where I was commissioned, where my mentors, my seniors, my juniors, my troops, everybody, taught various things. It's a learning experience. Every day is something you are learning. You are maybe consciously or not acknowledging it, but you are learning things when you're seeing things, when you're doing things with people, executing tasks, doing various things that come. So the first thing that my mentor told me was, Joshua, whatever you do, what we do in this regiment is any task is done passionately and completely. So that's the same only advice that he gave me, and that's something that I carry along till date. Anything that we do is with 100%, and the results are left to it. Sometimes it may not be up to the mark, but definitely when you give it your best, the results are positive. So what exactly is passion? It's very simple. Let me say you have so many subjects that you're studying in your curriculum itself. So there are some, everybody has. There are some subjects that a person likes, and there are some that you not so like. So coming to the subject that you like, maybe a chapter of about 10 pages or something, you can easily maybe revise it and do it and finish it probably in an hour's time. And so that's something about a subject that you like. Coming on to the one that you not so like, but then the curriculum is such, you have to undertake all the subjects. Now that the subject that you do not like so much, you're going to take a little more time, maybe not 1 hour, but maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. Probably you would have to revise it maybe 2-3 times, whereas another one subject which you like, maybe one revision would suffice, and you're able to grasp it and do it. So these passion is basically when you start liking it, you will directly you will start enjoying it. You will not get tired doing it. So that's where that comes in. That is a driving force. When you have a passion for something, it drives you internally to do it. Nobody has to tell you to do this thing, because then it's your this thing. You'll probably be dreaming about it. You will even in your sleep, in your subconscious, you'll be thinking, and it's something when you like it. So that's what is passion. Now how do you value it? How do you do it? Something like see, Harvard did a study about passion, and they studied about 10,000 odd people, and when they researched, and they found out that only 20% of the people were actually passionate about what they were doing. I would not say job, I would not say it anything. I would only say whatever they were doing, they were passionate about it. Now, that is the difference. Where is the other 80%? What are they doing? They're not passionate about it. They may be partially passionate. So when you are passionate about it, you start you internally have a joy of when you're doing whatever you're passionate about. So how do you do it? What do you do? See, it's not something that you find your passion or you do it like, okay, let me today there are a number of tools available, there are a number of things available to how to assess you. It's not like, okay, let me keep changing my jobs, let me do this, let me no, that is not the way. You even if you take it up, you start taking small challenges for yourself. You start developing that passion for you. You take maybe some small challenges, that this is what I want to do. This small thing, let me take it up as a challenge. Let me do this. I am okay, these 2 chapters, maybe calculus is too difficult for me. All right, let me take it up as a challenge. Let me start with differentiation and start working towards it. in 1 day or 2 days, I'm going to master this chapter. I'm going to understand. I'm going to this thing. The moment you put that challenge for yourself, you are going to be you're going to be pursuing your teacher that sir or ma'am or whatever. Please tell me about this. I am not able to understand this small aspect. Why this? How this? So that's when you get passionate about something, things will automatically start falling in place. So just to give you a small example, during when we were in J&K with my regiment, so we were involved in a number of these counterinsurgency operations. So there was a particular operation where we were. It was a very critical operation. It was pouring down very heavily, and in the Kashmir area, and was also partially winter, somewhere around maybe around October, November this season, when the temperatures start dropping down. So there was a particular hideout that we had to destroy, and with explosives. So we had placed about 100 kgs of the explosives. Now 100 kg, when I say 100 kg explosives, just to put you in perspective, the Diwali atom bomb which you have, that is about 5 grams or 5 to 10 grams of explosive that it has. So when we're talking about 100 kgs, it's good to blow up a lot. So that's we're doing this operation, and for some distance of it, at the last part where we had to go, we could not take too many of the troops. So it was just me and one of my buddies. We had gone there. We very secretly we placed the charge, because there were other issues that if we made a single sound, we would be fired upon. And so we crawled into that place for about 100-200 meters, carrying this a load of explosives, and we placed it, and we got back a little away from that place. And unfortunately for us, somehow when we tried to blow it up, it did not explode. Now the biggest nightmare for anybody with explosives is when it does not blow up and it misfires, because then you have to go back to it and do something about it to sort it out. And there is a good chance for it to blow up in your face. So fortunately, that's not happened. That's why I'm speaking to you guys today. So we said any other, probably if we had got back also, our commanders wouldn't have said anything, because that was one of the most riskiest propositions that was there. So my buddy said, "Sahab, मैं जाके check करता हूँ." So I realized no. I said, "No, you will not go. I will go." So he said, "Nahi, sahab, I will go. I said, "Boss, forget it." At that time, I was unmarried. I was a bachelor. I said, "Listen, you have family to take care, so don't worry about it. You stay, and I will go." So I said, "Now you are the only person who knows if something happens, then you inform the headquarters." Luckily, I was able to go there, sort it out, and this person till date is such a good friend. Of course, he too has retired. He is in his late 60s, but he is till date in touch with me, and for every birthday, he makes it a point to wish me. So when we said this task, we were we cared about it. We had to blow that thing. It was an important task to be done. So we said, come what may, we need to do it. And everything just fell in place for us. We were able to do it. Yes, there were hurdles that came up. Even something like when we were constructing the line of control fence, we had major problems there. We at a certain point, we were just about 100 meters from the enemy post, and they would not allow us to work during the day. So there was no other option but to work at night. And even at night, it was a little dangerous that the moment there was, even a little noise, like something fell, based on hearing the noise, they would start opening the machine gun firing. So we devised a way, we found a way how to do it. So it was a clear mandate that moment any of us heard a sound, we would just take cover under a rock, and all of us, the entire team working there, so that none of us got injured. And luckily for us, we were able to achieve that, accomplish that task, and get back safely as well. So what I intend to say is that these are small challenges that we must take up, that builds up a certain passion in us. I'm just giving you snippets from my life experience, but in your own way, in small ways, you take up small challenges. Tomorrow you're going to be ready for bigger challenges. And most importantly, what one has to do is to be focusing what you care about. That is passion. You care about something. You care about a person. You care about a certain subject. You care about doing something. You care about, this is how I want to contribute to the society. And once you generate that focus in yourself, you will automatically get energized to be doing things. You'll automatically be able to find solutions to problems or hurdles that come in the way. That is the focus that you generate when you're passionate about things. You focus. You'll automatically find things, find ways, means to do it. Just to give you an example, there was a due to the heavy insurgency that had started in the early 90s. A lot of deployment of the army was suddenly coming in there. The army was shifted in from various other locations into the insurgency areas. Now the problem was to accommodate the army. Initially they were in tents, but after a certain point of time, we had to build shelters for them. So we had, I was given a mandate to start building shelters in 300 odd shelters in about 6 months. So 6 months time, which was to house close to about let us say about 4,000 to 5,000 troops. So that's the kind of quantum that we were looking at. So these shelters had to be made in spread out in about three districts of Jammu and Kashmir. So it was a logistic challenge to move these stores. In some places, it had to be not moved by road, but it had to be moved by mules, by porters, and simultaneously construct with limited resources. So we took up that challenge. We said, all right, we will do it. We'll find ways and means to do it. We just went about doing that because what we cared about was it is important. The army is now relying on us to provide them with shelters. There are troops who are going into operations day and night. When he comes back, I shall be happy if I am able to provide him a decent place for him to rest when he can take off his boots and rest. Otherwise, continuously people are into operations. So that's when you care about something, when you heart of hearts internally you care about it, then you are not tired. You are internally motivated to do it. I used to be traveling day in, day out. Every day I used to be traveling about 200 to 300 kilometers every day for 4 months, because every place that the people were deployed, we had to check them if they had problems, if some stores had not reached, if there were other associated problems, or if there were some technical issues with the construction. So there lies when you start have sort of a thing, when you care for a cause, it automatically brings in things for this thing. These are how you develop passion. And why do you think passion makes one successful? It is just because when you're motivated, when you're having that kind of a drive, it develops perseverance, it develops resilience. It provides you with a drive to pursue a cause, to pursue something. When we started off sailing initially, I'm not sure how much you are aware of Pune. It was in Pune where I started sailing in the Mula Mutha River. Now, of course, that river is much better because of all the environment, these things, that it has been cleaned up. But earlier, when we started sailing, it used to be quite a bit of the sewage of the Pune city that was coming into the river. So why I'm telling you this is because while sailing, your boat keeps capsizing a number of times. So the first time we capsized, we retrieved the boat, we came back, and believe me, we had to use the entire soap cake to get the smell off our bodies, both me and my crew. So anybody else would have said, yeah, all right, who's going to get into this muck? Let's not pursue this sport. Maybe something else or something. But we said, no, let's do this. So slowly we said, let's get into sailing, and we started, and of course the drive was that my crew would tell me, and boss Joshua, let's try not to capsize the boat, let's try to stay afloat. It's too much of a difficult task to have a bath after capsizing. So you're practically having a bath for about 3-4 hours to get the smell off. So we started doing that, and then we upgraded. We said, all right, from 𝗙cie, we started going to the NDA lake at Khadakwasla to sail. Now that's a distance of about 35 to 40 kilometers that we used to go. So every day after lunch, we would just go. In fact, not after lunch, we would carry our lunch in our vehicle to reach NDA, because sailing, you really can't do it once it's dark or for safety reasons. So we had to do it in daylight. So our morning curriculum used to be on at this place, and we would travel every day, do sailing. Morning, we used to build physically our stamina along with our entire sailing team. And eventually after doing all that, we went into nationals, and we won the silver medal there in nationals. So that the kind of resilience, the perseverance, despite all odds, continue with it. There will be hurdles, there will be difficulties. We go on and continue doing it. That's when is what passion brings into you, drives you. So some things like what are the reasons why? What is this passion about? Life is too short. Yes, you all are embarking on a journey. Do one thing, do things which you like, do things, put yourself in small challenges. Slowly you'll take on bigger challenges. You will understand that you will be happier. You will be able to have a sense of purpose and inner joy. Maybe sometimes even it may not feel like work. You'll be happy doing it. It would be more and more enjoyable. All these things along the way will build character, will build attitude into you, make you better citizens. All these things come in with your inner joy, and that happens when you start following your passion. Now, how do you know what is your passion about? There are things, some things you understand, you like, maybe some things you dislike. Today there are a lot of tools available, psychometric tests. There are a number of things available, number of where these things help you understand what are your strengths, where do your weaknesses lie. Maybe strengths you have available, your weakness you have to build upon it, work on it, so that you are a better person. So those are things that you have to take up, understand yourself, be passionate about it. The example of Mary Kom, the Olympic medalist boxer, see a wonderful journey that she has had, what she has done despite all odds. She did not have, she could not get a decent 3 meals in a day. She used to survive on 2 meals, but she just wanted to box. She wanted to box, she wanted to do well, and that was driving her. Her coaches would sometimes not allow her, saying, you are not eating properly, how will you be able to box? But she would still do it. She would, she told me the story. She said the coaching practice that she had to carry a bottle of milk. So her parents could not afford milk. So what she would do is she would just take a little bit of milk and add water into it, and then show her coaches that I'm carrying milk, and drink that. And despite that, that's perseverance. That's passionate about something. That's where she said, I have to do this. And it's a very interesting story that she has. So see where your strengths lie, build them further. Where you have weaknesses, where you feel there are this thing, work on it till it maybe becomes your strength, or you are able to manage. But then work towards things, and anything you do, give it your best, give it your 100%. Leave the result. Result will usually be positive. Just don't worry about it. It will come positive. Yes, sometimes if you're aiming for 100%, you may come to 99. But don't be disheartened by that, because the effort that you have put in, you'll be happy by that. That all right, I did my best, and these are things. So when you are having a kind of a passion, you will be driven internally. Nobody has to tell you. Your teachers don't have to tell you. Your parents don't have to tell you. You will automatically be doing it, and having internally that happiness that I'm here, I'm doing these things. So I think I am close to running my time, and I'll just conclude with a bit. And I'm really glad that the school has a lot of curriculum involving in sports and these things too, because all of you students are going to be overall a good citizens, because it's not just academics, it's an overall perspective that you need to have, and that's really nice that you have a good mix of all kinds of activities. They have a purpose. They have a purpose to build into you a certain attitude which will hold you in good stead throughout your life in future. And yeah, lastly, you guys are going to be the future leaders in this world. Conquer this world. You are all getting future ready in this wonderful school. So wishing you all the very best, And last, I would only like to quote late Dr. Abdul Kalam, who said, dream is not what makes you, what you see in sleep, but it is something that doesn't let you sleep. So that's what dream. Go ahead and dream away and follow your dreams. Thank you all so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Colonel Joshua. Can we just take a few questions?
Certainly.
So, Afreen, can we have the boys to ask the questions, please? Children, now is your time to ask questions. You can ask.
Good evening, sir. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
Sir, can you share your success story with us?
Well, that's a small story. Even now, I'm in the corporate now. In fact, just connected with this, I again took up a huge challenge. About 2 years back, I was to start from zero a vertical, and well, today it's reached a decent place where we desired for it to be this thing. So from zero, we were able to achieve huge targets. The share prices have gone up and doing well. Well, the vertical, we strategized how to go about, how to do things, put a team across, put them, re-strategized, revisited our strategy each and every time, every few months, and worked towards it. Took the entire team along to build a certain a new business, entire new vertical in the company. So the success is, I'm sorry, what was your name? I didn't get your name, please.
Sir, my name is Hussein.
Hussein. Yeah, Hussein. Success, the way I look at it is what internally motivates you and what you believe in success. One doesn't. I would advise, do not look at success from an outsider's view. A success is what you have set out to do and you have achieved it. It could be anything. Maybe for your science project, you have set out to do something, and the moment you complete that is success. Take successes in small steps. No big success is going to come up suddenly. It's always in small steps, one step at a time, and that is success.
Yes, any other question?
Sir, who is the person behind your success?
Well, as the age-old saying goes, there is behind every successful man there is a woman, huh? So that's my sweetheart who keeps motivating me and driving me to do whatever.
I'm sure she's joined the webinar. Okay. So children, can we have another question, please?
Sir, this is Muhammad Abdul Hanan, MPC.
Hello, Mohammed.
First of all, I will thank you giving a brief knowledge about passion, how to move towards the goal with passion and positive thinking. Your
I'm
100% effort take
Mohammed,
has a challenge in
your
every
voice
task.
is breaking, Mohammed. Can you just repeat it, please?
Now it is clear, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, first of all, I will very thankful to you because giving a brief knowledge about passion, how to move towards the goal with passion and positive thinking. And giving you 100% taking has a challenge in every task. Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
How did you motivate yourself when you got negative thoughts?
Well, that's a very good question, Mohammed. Well, the thoughts definitely come in at times. You also want to maybe stop midway of a certain aim, but what we used to do was that look at the end, look at the end and the kind of journey that you want to take, the task that you want to do, what you want to accomplish, and those automatically will take away the negative thoughts out of your mind. The moment you see yourself, let's say I wanna climb this mountain, so or this peak. I want to climb this. Once I have set out to do, I will dream about myself standing on top, and feeling the wonderful breeze coming and hitting my face, and enjoying the view, looking at the world from atop that mountain. So when you have that feeling, you will automatically be motivated to get on top. Yes, your question, I'm coming to that. What happens is, when you have climbed halfway, you start thinking, is it worth it? Do I need to go up? I think it's easier going down, right? Yes, those are thoughts that will come along a journey. But the simple thing is, the moment you start taking shortcuts, then you will make that a habit, and that is going to lead nowhere. Then most of the things will remain unaccomplished. So when you're standing at that midway and you have both the ways, one is going up, which is going to be difficult, but once you reach on top, the immense joy that you are going to get out of it is a feeling which will motivate you. Whereas if you go back down, you will feel distressed. You will feel bad about yourself. Nobody is going to tell you anything. It is your own internal conscience which will drive you, which will make you feel bad. Once you leave any task unaccomplished, you will feel sad for yourself. Let that not happen to you. Those are the thoughts that should come to you, that no, I will push myself. It is difficult. Maybe let me take a break of 10 minutes here, and I will continue my journey ahead. Take this one. If I have set out to do something, I will complete it. And that is what will keep you motivated and help you in removing these negative thoughts.
A great answer. Children, do you have any more questions? Anybody else?
Yes. Good evening, sir. Myself, Mohammad Numan Gharis from
Good
Junior.
evening.
I would like to ask a question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, the question is, for example, the passion is like risk taking. Like something my passion is about cracking the UPSC exam. For example, I'll having some attempts. If after one attempt, the risk of losing the job, the risk of growing my age, and risk of a lot of many things of family pressure. In that, how can I manage myself? And should I continue the passion of being a UPSC aspirant or drop it?
Okay, you broke up in between, but I think I'll just repeat your question. You want to know about whether you should continue with the passion of UPSC exam or not, or there are other pressures. Maybe if you lose time in the first year, second year, third year. Am I right? Is that that the question?
Yes, sir. That's
Okay,
the question.
great.
You're
So
right.
see, Ahmad, it is there are two ways of looking at it. Number one is, why do you want to do the UPSC? There is something you want to achieve, right? So look at that. That is your aim. Now, what is the journey that you have to take to do that, to crack the exam? You need to put in a certain effort. There are things which it says, these subjects you have to put in about these hours, this many hours. Number of things, resources are available online. Maybe you have coaching, you have teachers who will assist you in these things. So you have to make out a strategy. In what manner am I going to do that? That will happen after you understand as to what am I. Like I gave you an example. There are some subjects which you may like. There are some subjects which you do not like. But then the exam requires that you have to get a certain marks in all spheres of it. UP exams are usually structured in that manner, that they have a certain syllabus for it, right? So you have to then make out a strategy as to how am I going to do this. Maybe just to give an example, let's say you're good in mathematics. You're probably a little okay in physics, not so good in history or something. So you say, all right, the question paper is going to have this thing in questions and marks. My endeavor will be to score 100% in maths. In the other subjects, maybe I will score about this much. Though even to score, let us say 60% in physics, you may have to work hard, because you are maybe not, you understand that you are maybe not so good in physics, but you're very good in maths. You have to work with little effort, you are able to get more marks. So you have to sit down, understand as to where are my strengths, where are my weaknesses, how do I create a strategy as to how do I tackle this exam and how to go about it. And see, maybe your strategy worked out for you, and in the very first attempt you will be able to clear it. But in case it doesn't work out, yes, you have a second attempt available where you can then take a feedback of what you did in your first attempt, and see where you can improve yourself. Create revisit your strategy which you had made. You may have to change the strategy a little bit to align it as to how you want to go about it. And see, there is no strategy, there is no fixed formula for anybody for cracking the UPSC exam. It is all person to person. Every person has to have his own way of cracking it. The kind of syllabus is available. The sample question papers are available. The kind of marks that are going to be allocated for each subject is more or less known. There are minor changes. So you need to make out a strategy, work out, and then the foremost thing is think of it as do or die. The moment you get that feeling into yourself that this is a do or die situation for me, you will come out alive and you will come out successful out of such situations. Because then what happens is you let me give you a very nice example. All of you children, maybe now you all grown up. When you were small kids, when we start learning riding a bicycle, children, they have those small extra wheels that are put, those on the side. Incidentally, when children with those kind of extra wheels, they take a longer time to learn cycling. Whereas another child who does not have those supports which are supporting him, they know that they start learning to balance very easily and faster. Not easily, but faster they learn it. Because then he knows that if I don't balance, I'm going to fall. So that is the analogy I'm trying to give you with a do or die situation. So you know that this is a kind of a situation that I am in. I have to do it. Then you're motivated. You will put in more hours. You'll put in more hard work. You will start realizing your potential when you start working hard, working towards those things. As and when your realization starts coming in, your potential, you will understand and be able to do much, much better. Just don't worry about it. Strategize and work towards it. And in between, revisit your strategy. It may need to be changed a little bit, because as time progresses, things will change. Your hardworking working capability will change. You will have to re-strategize, and you will definitely come out with flying colors.
Thank you. Can we have the next question?
Good evening, sir. This is MD Izwan Ahmed. I want to ask you, how do you differentiate between interest and passion?
Okay, that's a good question. Now, interest is the first level of passion. You probably get interested in something initially, but there are a number of things we get interested in. Okay, there may be 5 things we are interested in, but there might be just one thing we are passionate about. This is where interest is just kind of liking it, being able to this thing. But when you take it up as a passion, it becomes a cause. It is more than interest. It will drive into you the determination to do something about it. It could be anything. The passion could be about anything. Interest is just maybe I would say it is kind of the first step, or maybe the second step towards leading towards passion. Maybe you will be, as on today you may be interested in 3 things. When you further work on it, you will understand that, all right, maybe it's not all 3, it's this one thing that I am passionate about. So the passion is a higher level of interest.
Since we're running short of time, I think we'll take one last question.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
This is 𝗙𝗵𝘁. Sir, if we have a tough journey, how do we motivate ourselves?
I'm sorry.
Sir, if we have a tough journey,
Yes.
how do we motivate ourselves?
Oh, wonderful question. Let me tell you one thing. I don't think anybody is going to have an easy journey, firstly. The journey is always going to be tough. You have your teachers there, you have your principal there, you have a lot of people there. I don't believe anybody would say that they had an easy journey. Every journey is when you take something on, when you take a challenge, it really means that it is going to be a difficult journey. And that is what we're driving here by saying passion. When you're passionate about it, that difficult journey would not be so difficult, because you are then internally pushing yourself. Nobody from outside, neither your parents nor your teachers nor your friends or anybody for that matter is not telling you to do it. These are things you are undertaking yourself to do it, and that is what makes this journey so fruitful. Believe me, you are not going to have an easy journey. No journey is going to be easy. The moment you decide to undertake it, it is a challenge. You have to take that challenge, take that journey, push yourself. And that is what you all are being trained in here to be able to do that to take on those journeys and push yourself. Never give up. If you have decided on taking up a challenge, take it to a conclusive end. Do not give up midway. Then that is not character. That is not attitude. That is not what we are here for. We all have a purpose. We have to take our own difficult journeys. We have to take up our own challenges, and we have to complete our own journeys. So the moment you have taken it up as a cause that this is something I am going to do, what you need to do as on today is take on small challenges. Maybe anything. Maybe this thing, something you like. Let's say you like football. You say, all right, from standing around the D, I'm going to aim for the corner of the post. Take up that challenge, practice for it, and believe me, in a few days you will be there. I'm going to hit both the corners of the post. It's going to happen. Take on those small challenges. If there is a big challenge, split it down into smaller steps, 4, 5, 6, 10 steps. The moment you do that, when you achieve a small step towards your larger goal, you automatically get motivated, because you have found a small success. If you have split a big task into 10 small tasks, and the moment you complete the first one, give yourself a nice pat on the back and say, give it to yourself and say, I have done a good job. And then now look forward to the second step. So sometimes it's also good to cut it down into small things. Those small 10 successes will lead you to your ultimate goal of the final success that you have set out to do.
Thank you very much for that very, very informative and inspirational talk. and for answering all those questions so wonderfully for the students. We would love to have you one day in our campus too. If you visit Hyderabad anytime, please do visit our campus.
Certainly, ma'am. Look forward to that. Look forward to that. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to this magnificent young adults here.
Thank you. Thank you.